It dries quick, and in no way is it conspicuous. There's absolutely no way that a wardrobe change isn't going to be mandatory. As I sat down today with my time with the Lord, I realized that those two things were so true. Number one, it dries quick, and it's in no way like not conspicuous. That doesn't even really make sense when I say it, because it's maybe a double negative, and my English teacher from school would be mad at me. But a wardrobe change for me, it was mandatory. I thought that I was going to be able to get away with wearing the same thing from yesterday. Well, I wore it last night, so it doesn't exactly constitute as wearing it the next day, I guess. That's my own rules. But as I walked out, everything was in line. And my wardrobe change had to happen. The reason why is because there was one thing that I didn't think of. I didn't secure the top. I got everything ready. I got my shake ready, and I was so excited about the shake, and I put the little powder in, did all this stuff. And my mouth was watering as I walked out, as much as it can for a chalky protein shake that I have to drink because I'm 50 years old. But as I walk out, I have everything in line, and then I start to shake the cup violently, and I realized that one major detail I didn't take care of, and that's that I didn't secure the top. And after a few shakes, the whole entire shake just bang all over my shirt, all over my shorts. And I knew at that time that I had to, number one, in my head, being 50 years old, I got mad at the bottle. I got mad at everything else. Why am I having to drink this shake? Why am I doing all these things? And I realized that there was one part of my checklist that I didn't take care of, and that was to secure the top. As I sat down with the Lord this morning, he helped me to understand what exactly the top is in our life, and then how to secure it. And he took me to Proverbs 9 and helped me to realize that if I have all the things in line, this morning I put 2 scoops of the powder in. I put the powdered greens like my wife told me to do because I'm 50. I screwed on the top. I put the water in. But the one thing that I didn't do was secure the top. And what God was saying is you could do all the things, but if you don't secure the top, things won't end well. So why don't we get this party started?
Nothing more on my mind. I got 2 shines, so every day I grind. Work in the morning, work in the evening. We's achieving, cause we believing. It's for certain, we put the work in. We ain't stopped just because it's hurting. Right before your eyes, so it's coming to no surprise. The takeover is televised. Over and over and over again. Make no mistake, we continue to win. Defeat never known, cause I will not lose. They wanna mimic my moves, but can't walk in my shoes.
Have you ever left the house and you forgot one major detail? Just one little tiny thing. I've done this before. We actually were on our way to Garth Brooks. And Nanny, I love you so much. You're incredible. If you're listening to this, I want to tell you, I believe yesterday was, oh my gosh, yesterday was your birthday. So happy birthday to you. I want to tell you, and you're awesome, and you're great, and you're the best in the world. And I'm the worst son-in-law because I didn't call you yesterday on the actual day of your birthday. But we were on our way. We had, it was my brother-in-law, Brad, Jamie, my sister-in-law, my wife, and Nanny. And we were all on our way to the Garth Brooks concert in Salt Lake City. So we're driving out and we get halfway there. And for some reason, I don't know, somebody was like, oh yeah, Bob, we're going to have so much fun. You remember the tickets? And I believe that we left the tickets at home. Now, we had everything in the car, everything. We were ready to go. They were playing country, which, I mean, heck, like that's how you know that I really, really love my wife, is we were playing country and I was still celebrating. And we were playing country, listening to the things. We all got ready. We put the deodorant on. We put the cologne on. My wife did her hair. My sister did her hair. My brother was looking good. My mother-in-law was looking good. We had all this stuff. And then the one detail is we didn't have the tickets. And so we go and, it's this whole, kerbuckle thing that happened. And we ended up getting into the concert and then getting to our seats. And they had sold the seats to somebody else. And so we ended up standing on top of the stadium. But it was awesome because, everyone was dancing around. And Garth Brooks, I tell you, if you haven't got a chance to be able to see Garth Brooks, I would suggest it. He is amazing, even though it's country music. I wasn't raised on country music. But it was an amazing experience. But the thing that almost killed the night was that one little detail. And when I looked at today, like I had everything ready. I had that shaker cup. I've worked with this shaker cup this one exclusively. I should sell them. Probably for the last 3-4 months. Daily, because my wife is like, oh, this is what you need to do. You need to eat these vitamins. You need to do these things. So I wake up in the morning, got the little routine, and I'm always working with this thing. But today there was one thing that I didn't do. I did everything and put the 2 scoops in, put the powdered greens in, put the water in, did all those things. The one thing I didn't do was secure the top. And most of the time I put my finger over the top just to make sure that little clicker over the top where you drink it. Generally, I put my finger over the top of it just in case it flies out, because this has happened in the past. But today, as I violently shook that bad boy, mouth was watering as much as it can for, a nasty protein shake with some dusty vegetables that they say are vegetables. I don't believe they're vegetables. It's just stuff that makes you not taste good. But I had that in there, and then I go to shake it. I do it violently, like 2 shakes, boom, boom, and then pow, all over my shirt, my shorts. And I was like, man, and then all over the ground too. Now I got to use the hose outside to get it off the concrete and the whole nine. And it's funny because God has such I think, a great sense of humor, because it was almost like as if he laughed at me and he was like, what's the one thing you didn't do? And I was like, oh, I knew it. I didn't secure the top. And then he walked me down and said, how many times have you done all the right things? You've put all the things in line, but you didn't come to me. You didn't have me involved in it. And generally when that happens, I've found that it doesn't turn out well. I could have all the rituals, all the routines, all the religion, if you say it, and I could have all those things. And I don't add that secret ingredient of him or that one little thing of securing the top, and it doesn't work out. My mom made cookies when I was a kid, and I remember like it was yesterday. It was in Idaho, and she makes the cookies, and she's so excited. She goes to give us the cookies. And well, actually we were making them and she said, oh, I don't have any vanilla. And it was like a 1/4 teaspoon or 1/2 teaspoon or whatever. And I was thinking in my head at the time, I think I was 6 or 7. And I was like, there's no way that's going to make any difference. And so, but she was really obsessing on it. And then she just ended up making the cookies, and we had them, and they were the worst tasting cookies of all time. They tasted like wine. They were horrible just because a teaspoon, that little tiny thing, that one little thing. And what God was just letting me know today was, did you secure the top? Like, you've done all the stuff. You've done all the checklists, but have you brought it to me? Because when you bring it to me, it means that you respect me. When you respect me, that's what the fear of God is. And the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. And if you don't add wisdom to things, which is the right use of knowledge, then you're going to get in trouble. And in Proverbs 9, it walks it down in verse 1-6 and 13-18. Wisdom and foolishness call out in the same voice with the same cadence. The only difference is the results. And as I looked at this in Proverbs 9, it was wild. And I want you to read this. If you haven't got the Inchstones workbook, grab the Inchstones workbook, and I want to challenge you. Just 7 days. Just 7 days. Next week, we're going to start a challenge on Monday, and I'm going to do it through my social media. And I just want to go 7 days. All you have to do is read the corresponding proverb for the corresponding day, and I want you to write out what verse hit your heart, what did it make you think of, and what action can you add to it today? We'll do that for 7 days. I guarantee you, you'll start to see some changes in different areas of your life. So as I was looking at that, right, In verse 1 through 6 and 13 through 18, wisdom and foolishness call out in the same voice with the same cadence. The only difference is the results. And this part was, I'm trying to think of the word. I'm trying to think of the word that would be best for it. It was eye-opening for me because as I looked at it, imagine if the exact same voice, exact same cadence, and almost the exact same content came out. How would you be able to decipher which one was good and which one was bad? And this happens all the time in our lives. It happens all the time with decisions. What are we posed with? Are you posed with a decision today? I guarantee you will be. There'll be a fork in the road. Should I go this way? Should I go that way? And then what do? We call out to our friends, who generally we want to call out a friend or call a friend that will almost reiterate or solidify what we already feel. Most of the time, we don't want advice. This is what my brother talked to me about. Most of the time, we're not open for advice. We just want someone to solidify what we already think. So we call someone who we know will solidify what we think. Is that the right decision? I don't know sometimes. But how do we know which one is which? Well, God does. God knows. He designed us exactly perfect and put us in the place where we're at the exact right time. And if he needed us someplace else, he'd have us there. But in verse 1 through 6, it talks about wisdom and its cadence and its voice and the content. And then in verse 13 through 18, it talks about foolishness. And when you read them, they're exactly the same, and they bookend this proverb. And it's one of the shortest proverbs, so you have no excuse not to read it. In verse 7 and 8 and 11 and 12, it bookends this too. So there's a bookend at the beginning, and then it's a bookend in the middle. The wise listen, the foolish don't. It is imperative to know the difference. The wise listen and the foolish don't. And what it was talking about here was that when you consult or you counsel wise people, then they'll take it and they'll utilize it, and then they'll move on, and things will get better. Foolish people will never listen to you anyway. So it's imperative to know the difference between wisdom or wise people and foolish people, people who don't use wisdom. That's all foolishness is. Because what it was saying is you'll waste your breath if not. But the hard thing is, at the beginning, it talked about that wisdom and foolishness have the same voice, the same cadence, the same content, just the results are different. So do we wait until we see the results to be able to talk to somebody? This was the confusing thing for me. But then it brought it all home in verse 10, which is right in the middle. So it went bookend, and then bookend into the middle. And then it went right to the middle, and it said, here's the meat of it. In verse 10, the only way that you will know the difference between wisdom and foolishness is the fear or respect of God. It's almost like the greatest decoder ring in the whole entire world. How will we know what the top is so we can secure it? Well, God's saying, all you have to do is come to me, and then I'll let you know. And this is the hardest thing to do, because then we will have to step out of ourselves and realize that we don't have the answers, that we don't have all of our plans, which are cute to God, but that we don't have all the answers. And that we have to rely on something that is greater than us. And so that ultimate decoder ring is right in the middle. And most of the time, I love how God works, because most of the time it's like, well, here's the scenario, right? The circumstance, and here's the lesson that's coming. And then down towards the end, it brings it all together. But what God was saying is like, I don't have to do the exact same cadence as everybody else. What I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you at the top and I'm going to show you at the bottom that they both speak the same. I'm going to show you in the middle what you should spend your energy on. Should you spend it here? Should you spend it here? Well, then I'm going to take you right to the middle, and I'm going to say, I'm going to give you the answer right in the middle, the fear of God or respect of God. See, as I shook that shaker cup, I didn't care. I didn't have a care in the world. I had everything prepared for my chalky delight, except one thing. I didn't secure the top. God reminded me that I can put everything in line, but if I don't have the fear or respect of him, things won't go well. What is the one area today? Ask yourself this. What is the one area today that you need to secure the top? And ask yourself, how can I identify that top? How can I identify the one thing that will give power to everything? Well, I believe when you take a second and you read Proverbs 9, it'll give you some insight that way. For everyone out there too, the Vibe Room is coming. It's November 5th. We're only allowing 60 people to come, which is going to be absolutely amazing. If you are interested in it, send me a comment, whether it be on social or here on the podcast. Send me the word vibe or just say, hey, I want the details about the Vibe Room. It is going to be unbelievable. It's a live version of the podcast. We've got a live band. We've got comedy. We've got phenomenal interview that is coming, and it is going to be outrageous. Such an incredible time. But not only the people that will be on the stage that I'll be interviewing, but also all the people in the room are the most powerful. I mean, people that are sitting next to you that you spend time with throughout this night are going to be people that can literally change your life. So I hope you have a phenomenal day. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Kelly Cardenas, and I'm officially off the hot seat. Peace, love, and soul.
Nothing more on my mind. I got two shines, so every day I grind. Work in the morning, work in the evening. We's achieving, cause we believing. It's for certain, we put the work in. We ain't stopped just because it's hurting. Right before your eyes, so it's coming to no surprise. The takeover is televised. Over and over and over again. Make no mistake, we continue to win. Defeat never know, cause I will not lose. They wanna mimic my moves, but can't walk in my shoes.